So y'all know who Kevin Hart is?
Yeah.
Okay, a couple people. Alright, did any of y'all ever watch his series, the one where it was called Laugh at My Pain? Two people? Oh, more? Alright. Well, this right here is gonna be a little different. Alright? This right here, I want this to be called Learn from My Pain. Because I've done a lot of different things in my life that I'm not proud of. So I don't want y'all to look at me and say, oh, Mr. Lee did this and he did that, and he still turned out to be successful. Because I got a lot of friends that could tell you the same story, but the only problem is they're not here. They're dead. So I'm going to tell my story and their story through me. I started off my life the youngest out of 10 children. My father was an alcoholic. He was abusive. He used to beat on us for anything, like walking down the steps with no socks on, taking stuff out of the refrigerator. If you ain't putting nothing in that refrigerator, then you couldn't take nothing out of it. I remember this one morning, my father beat on my mom so bad that I had to put pillows over my ears just to go to sleep. I remember waking up that morning to my mom cooking breakfast in the kitchen with two black eyes, saying good morning. It wasn't a good morning for me. So I would go to school with all this anger on my chest, built inside of me. And I would just fight all the time. And instead of teachers trying to help me out and try to understand why this kid keep fighting, they kept trying to figure out ways to put me out of the school. Instead of asking, what's wrong with him? What's going on with him? I want to do something here today because I want to make sure that you guys are really paying attention. So, this is how we're going to do it. When I say this is, what I want you guys to say back is the moment. Alright, y'all got that?
Yes.
This is
the moment. Alright,
I want y'all to keep that energy up too, alright? So, I had, after that, I had two friends. I had a young lady named Brittany and a young man named Rodney. They were my best friends. That's who I hung out with all the time. Just those two, me and them guys. We was rolling. But something happened, man. The day after Valentine's Day, Brittany passed away. This is
the moment.
The moment that I had to find out the hard way why you should always be where you're supposed to be. I remember going to high school, me and Rodney. We in high school, I'm mad. Brittany passed away, I'm mad. And I told Rodney, I said, man, listen, man, let's hook school. We thinking we cool, we keep walking in and out the school. We walking in and out the school like we own the place. Nobody even saying nothing to us. But it was this one day that we walked out of school and we supposed to, this is why you should always be where you're supposed to be. We walked out of school, we went around the way, we shot dice. Rodney won all the money. He won all the money, we get in his car. He say, hey man, come on. They call the streets, they call me BJ. He's like, BJ, come on man, let's want to take you to McDonald's. I'm like, take me to McDonald's? You don't want thousands of dollars off the dice game. But right before that, a guy that knew me, that didn't know him, said, hey man, you know that's your man? I'm gonna rob him because he won all the money. I said, no, that's my brother. You do something to him, you gotta do something to me. While me and Rodney in the car, the same guy ran out the alley with a mask on and blew his head off right in front of me.
Ooh.
I had to hold his brains in until the paramedics came. I remember that night feeling like it was a bad dream, like it wasn't real. And then the next morning is when it really hit. Because I called his phone and it kept going to his voicemail. So the only thing I would hear is his voice on the voicemail. Then I realized that my best friend is gone because of the decision that we made when we were supposed to be in school. But now he can't come back and walk me to school anymore. We can't play video games together. And then it really hit. This is
the moment.
The moment that I made the worst decision that I could have ever made. I joined the gang. I joined the gang and I started having different gang meetings in my backyard. At this time, my father had passed away. My mother moved on. My stepdad, they came home from work early. My stepdad started fussing at me because he see all the gang members in my backyard. I'm telling everybody, go, 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 go. My stepdad fussing at me, what you doing, what you doing? At the time, I'm being ignorant. I'm screaming at him. I'm thinking that I'm the man of the house. I'm the man in the house. Who you talking to? Who you talking to? Talking back to a man that's trying to put some time into me. My mother got in the middle. I pushed my mom out the way. No, he pushed my mom out the way. I started having flashbacks like a Vietnam veteran when my dad used to hit my mom. I snapped. I beat him up really bad. It was my first time being arrested after all the other crazy stuff that I had done. This is
The moment.
the moment that I had to find out the hard way. How everything that you do don't just affect you, but affects everybody that you love. I had to watch my mother in court, my mother who I love so dearly. I had to watch her in court cry to the judge. She told the judge, she said, Judge, Your Honor, whatever you're going to do, just do it. Have your way with him. Because he's not listening to me. I tried therapy, he ain't listening to him. I tried counseling, I tried mentoring. He won't listen to nobody. She said, I think jail would be the best place for him. She said, I feel like I'm walking on eggshells in my own house. And I remember looking at my mom, realizing the pain that I had caused her, and how much I loved my mom. And when it was my turn to speak, everything came out gibberish. I couldn't talk. Watching how bad that I hurt my mom. See, all that time I thought I was just wilding. But all that time that I'm wilding, I'm hurting everybody that loves me and everybody that I love. This is
The moment.
the moment that the judge cut me a big break. They let me off. They let me go home. They didn't give me no time. But they also didn't cut me a break. They put a restraining order against me and my mom. It's my mom that I love and I didn't see for a while. And I said, you know what? When I came out of jail, I couldn't go back home. I was homeless. I was sleeping out of a bag. Bringing the bag around. Going from crack house to crack house. I told myself I'm no longer going to try to sell drugs no more. I'm going to do the right thing. I ran across an old mentor of mine. She said, man, I got a job for you. I said, all right, come on, you got a job for me? I went to the school. I realized she wanted me to be a paraeducator. A paraeducator is a teacher's assistant. So some of y'all may have 2 teachers in y'all room. So what happens is one of them is actual teacher and one of them is the help. So that's what I was doing. So I said, dang, you want me to help teach some kids? But I started being really good at it. Man. And the problem was, when you start to do really good at something and people start to see that you're moving and you're progressing, guess what? That's when the devil comes in. So then the devil comes in and he trying to get me, he using my friends against me. So my friends, they keep saying me, they like, hey man, they like, you changing, man. You ain't the same BJ. BJ, I know, punch anybody, BJ. So guess what? I was too much of a coward to admit that I was changing. So I would tell them, man, I ain't changing. Show me who it is. I'm still the same person. But really, I was really changing for the better. I got locked up 5 times in 1 year, and all of them was for assault. But there was this one fight that I almost didn't walk away from. I seen some people in the nightclub one day. Same people that I had got locked up for months ago. We started screaming at them. Everybody know me, and a lot of people know me in Baltimore, so the bouncers, they put them up, they left me in. So the club over maybe like 2 hours later, I walked to the parking garage, my group of people. Isn't it ironic that I see the same group of people that I had just seen that got put out the club 2 hours later? So I see them, they see me, we run at each other, like this. Once we run at each other, somebody sprayed mace. I was the first one hit with the mace. So I hear people fighting, pop, 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 pop. I'm blind at the time because I got sprayed with mace. I'm trying to walk down the ramp. As I'm walking down the ramp, 2 guys run up on me that didn't know I was maced. They say, hey man, you know what time it is, kick it out. I said, what? I ain't kicking nothing out. Where I'm from, it's death before dishonor. You ain't taking nothing from me. How silly is that? I'm telling myself that I'd rather die for some clothes that I can easily get back, but I can't get my life back. This is what I'm telling these guys. They say, man, this ain't no game, kick it out. One guy hit me in the head. It was close enough just for me to grab his shirt. When I grabbed his shirt, the sound went like this. Boom! 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 See, I hear people screaming, oh my God, they shooting. But the only problem is, I didn't know that I was the one being shot. I walked a little bit more. I seen a police officer in my blurry vision. I said, officer, can you help me? Some guy's trying to rob me. She said, sir, I need you to lay on the ground. Don't panic. You've been shot in your heart. I looked down. I started to see in my blurry vision the blood just gushing out of my chest. I dropped down to my knees. I started begging for God. God, please help me make it through this. Don't let this be it. I started having visions of my mom. What my mom gonna say? I can never even get a chance to close that chat and try to apologize to her after all the pain that I caused her. Am I never gonna have no children for real? Is this it? What my friends gonna think? My breath started getting harder and harder for me to breathe. And the only thing at this point in my mind, and all the time I thought I was going hard, and I thought that I was just wilding. But now I'm like, God, just let me breathe, and I can't breathe, and every breath getting harder and harder and deeper and deeper. And the only thing I'm thinking on my God, just let me breathe. My chest felt like they had two irons on me, like my body was about to explode. I remember coughing one last time and blood came out. I started choking off my own blood and I passed out. I was in a coma for 2 weeks. I had to learn how to walk again, talk again, and breathe again. And I told myself, I said, man, I can't wait till I get out the hospital. I can't wait till I get out the hospital so I can go around the way and my friends be like, hey man, you changing, you changing. I said, yeah man. I look right in the face, yeah man, I am changing. Because I wasn't born an original and die as a cop trying to be who you trying to make me be. And I started to accept the fact that I was changing. And since then, I promised God, I said, see, what I told God, I said, if you give me one more chance, and God gave me one more chance, and he did it for a reason, I feel like he needed me to almost lose my life so I can appreciate the life that he was trying to give me from the start. And since then, I changed my life around. I started doing positive because what I realized is you can't ride the fence. You can't play both sides. Either you in or you out. Either you're going to do good and good things going to come to you, or you're going to do bad and a lot of bad stuff going to come to you. So it ain't no plan of 50. If you're going to do this thing, you got to do this thing all the way. Get in class. Show how smart you are. Bring your point sheets home to your parents. Show them what you did. Watch the smile on their face. Don't get no phone call and have them phone calls home to your parents. Since I changed, in 4 years I started my mentor program at a school called City Springs. In 4 years I helped drop suspension rates from 150 to 80, from 80 to 50, from 50 to 5. I won a Key Staff Member of the Year award from the state of Maryland. 2 years later, I won the Golden Apple Award from the whole school, the Key Staff Member of the Year award from the school. 2 years after that, just in 2016, I was awarded Baltimore's Hometown Hero Award. They flew me out in LA. I got a chance to speak in front of Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Will Smith, Taraji P. Henson, all those celebrities that you guys may see on TV. I got a chance to get honored in front of them and speak to them. So I say that to say, it ain't how you start, it's how you finish. And I want to leave, if you guys don't leave here with one thing, stop for 1 second. If you guys don't leave here with one thing, I want you to leave here with this. Everybody, raise your hand if you love your parents. All right, put your hands down. Starting from the day, if you haven't already been doing it, I want you guys to show them. Show them. Talk to your teachers. Say, hey, Miss So-and-so, if I do good today, can you call my mother and give her a good report? Bring your point sheets home to your parents. Do things to make them happy. Take education seriously. And whatever you do, don't ride the fence. Thank you guys, man, for having me, guys. Thank you, guys.